y'all.
Hey.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Dylan.
And you are back for episode 8 of Hall Pass. Y'all, it has been a minute. It's been a little bit. The girls have been under the weather, child. Spring has sprung. Allergies are rising. We've been recuperating and coughing. So you might have missed us. Last time, everybody's voice was really nasty, so we were
everybody's. I wasn't sick the last time we recorded. Jordan was sick. I was not sick.
So. She got a little sick.
I got sick after.
Exactly.
I did.
So by the time it was time to record, we were like, let's just... Anyways. By the time it was ready to record, we were like, let's just wait until we are all fresh and ready for you guys. So you are back for a special edition of Hall Pass, y'all. Like, we got a little something fresh right out the oven for you.
We do.
But right before we get started, girl, you okay? Everything?
I feel much better
How's
now.
life?
Yeah, I feel much better.
Okay.
No longer sick.
Of course.
We're in springtime, y'all. You know, I'm a spring baby. So as we inch closer to May, I'm getting ready. I know it's Aries season right now, but it's just the precursor to Taurus season. Yeah. So I'm, doing good. That's pretty much all of it. I'm just excited to get into, because I feel like there's so many things that we have to catch up on. So I'm just excited to get into it. That's all for me, honestly. Yeah. What about you?
I feel like I'm more so warming up my Cowboy Carter outfit.
Yes.
We're going to see the Queen in a few weeks.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm gearing up for that. It's definitely, we have some plans early spring, so I'm excited. And yeah, guys, so for our special edition of Hall Pass today, we're having a faculty day. Now, if y'all remember back in school, your teachers would need a day to get lesson plans ironed out, new classes thought of. We are theorizing, y'all. We need a little day to make sure we have recapped, caught up, and are introducing some new lesson plans for y'all. Okay?
So no homework.
No homework because it's a faculty day, but it's a real special day because we will be running through it.
So buckle up, y'all.
Running through the shows, the movies, and all the pop culture things that you're going to want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So, guys, without further ado, we gonna get into this faculty session.
Let's do it. I guess classes in session?
I guess classes in session for us.
Yeah.
For us. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So, as we promised, this is a special edition of Hall Pass.
Yes.
Faculty Day, Admin Day, whatever you want to call it. Basically, what we're going to be doing is breaking the day into like 3 different segments. First thing we're going to do is review and go over, topics that we have talked about before with y'all.
Right.
But, either tie them up with a nice bow because they've ended or catch you up to where we're at and discuss.
Right.
So this is all going to be topics y'all have heard us talk about before. And we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to kick it off with none other than RuPaul's Drag Race. Of course.
Duh.
Guys, at least 4 episodes have come out since the last time
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I mean, it's been a minute since we talked. So
it's been a minute since we talked. So, we gotta get into it. So
we gotta tap in.
Yeah, we have to. I'm gonna be going over episodes 10 through 13 of season 17. Just to clarify, if you haven't seen those episodes, fast forward a little bit. If not, or you wanna, get caught up with everything, you can listen to what I have to say, okay?
We don't want to give away any spoilers without at least letting y'all know.
Without at least telling y'all. We're good for a spoiler alert. Okay?
Advisory. Spoilers.
Advisory. Yeah, exactly. So we have to focus on episode 10, I feel like, of Drag Race, which was the villain's roast.
Yeah.
If y'all have been watching this season, you will know that this episode was full of drama for no reason, in my opinion, for no reason.
The girls were being really catty.
The girls were doing the most. So, it was a roast episode, as y'all can tell, the villain's roast. It was all stars from previous Drag Race seasons. Plain Jane, Mistress Isabel Brooks, and Candy Muse were the villains being roasted.
Right.
Now, the girls who won the last episode, which was Jules Sparkles, she got to choose the order in which the queens went for the roast. And honestly, the way she did the order was basically according to what everybody else pretty much wanted. while still, serving herself the best.
Right.
Everybody was cool with the show order, except for Ariete and Lexi Love.
Yeah.
Lexi, she said, I'd like to go last to close out the show.
Right.
So Jules put her last to close out the show.
Mm-hmm.
But Susie, too, was the one going right before her. For some reason, Lex was livid about the fact that Susie was the one going before her. If y'all have watched this season, Lex is in like the secret competition with Susie.
Yeah, which is weird because like I feel like Lex gives me more than Susie.
She does. And the other thing is I feel like Susie for a couple of weeks at this point had not been the top queen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, of all people to be pressed about, you're pressed about Susie.
And I just feel like they're in two different lanes.
They are.
Like,
completely.
I would never compare. If she were to compare herself to anybody, I could see Sam Star. But like Susie, like I don't get that.
If it would be different if Lexi was another, theater queen.
Exactly.
Or whatever,
but that's not the case.
Anyway,
that's not the case.
So her inner saboteur was shining through.
Girl.
And she was pissed at Jules for no reason.
It was giving insecure. It was giving like the insecurity with both Ariete and
Lexi.
And Lex were.
I felt like
heavy,
Lexi's was like completely like unbased though, because girl, you got what you wanted.
I didn't. She asked for what she got.
She asked for what she got,
so that was weird.
And she was being really weird towards Jules. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I've been, Team Lex this whole time. It to be honest, turned me off of her.
It was.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I still love her, but like that was like. Ooh.
I have to love her from afar. She's not my favorite anymore, guys. I did get the ick.
Anya did rise up a little bit. Not even a lot of bit. She's now like my fave.
She did, and she has a part to play in this. So that was Lex.
Yeah.
Ariete was mad because her and Jules have been like besties the whole season, whatever. And she was like, "Oh, you did me dirty by putting me second up behind who'd she go behind? I forget who she went behind, but Anya. She went behind Anya. She was like, "You set me up." She stole Jules's jokes, all of that stuff. It was terrible. Like I was like, "Girl, if this is your friend, this is how you do your friend." And it was just bullying. Her and Lex, to be honest, were bullying Jules.
They were.
Anya had to stand up.
Anya had to stand up to them, and then Ariete was pissed at Anya.
Yeah,
it was like,
and left this rude message for her. But anyway, Ariete and Jules end up lip syncing. Jules sent Ariete home. Good riddance, in my opinion.
Tore her up. Child.
Tore her up.
As we knew that would happen. Though.
Yeah. And then she left this really rude message to Anya. The lip sync message on the mirror. The next episode was Ross Matthews versus the Ducks. It was like a drama type thing. They were acting. And it was a good episode. Who ended up winning that episode? I think it was Sam. I think Sam won that episode, if I'm remembering right.
Sam's been doing really good.
She has been. And Lydia, that was the episode where Lydia ends up going home.
Yeah.
But she had a good run. And she won the villain's roast. So she
was funny.
She was really funny. She went from a win. Actually, her and Lana were both really funny during the villain's roast. The people I didn't expect.
That gagged it. Right.
They did. So she went home. Lana sent her home that next episode. Then we had the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent monologues. Play of words on the vagina monologues where like they were doing interpretive dance and they competed in teams. Anya and Lex's team ended up winning, and then Lana and Sam, who were in a team, they ended up lip syncing. Technically, I would have given the lip sync to Lana, but it was Lana's time to go, and Sam has been doing so good in the competition.
Yeah,
Lana ended up going home last week, which it was time for her to. And then finally, this week's episode was Drag Baby Mamas. And it's one of my favorite challenges, the makeover challenges.
I love when they do those.
It's
and always so creative.
It was the Queen's families this time.
It was so nice to see.
So we had Susie Toot, Lexi Loves, and Sam Star's moms came in. And then Anya Nerves and Jules Sparkles dads came in. And I think it's so nice to see, obviously, like the Black Queen and then the other Queen of Color. Their fathers come in and support them, and you rarely see that.
You rarely see that in media. That know, Black and brown dads of queer people supporting them. So it was really like heartwarming to see, especially how passionate and like how passionate they were for their child and love, like unconditional love and care, and like how proud they were.
It was very evident.
I was like, oh my God, why am I tearing up? It was so sweet.
It really was.
It was so sweet.
And then Sam Star's mom is amazing too. Like she was so
awesome.
sweet, so supportive of her child.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the highlighter parents, in my opinion. Lexi's mom, I mean, if y'all have watched the season, we all know that Lexi's mom kicked her out when she was very young after she came out to her.
So it kind of was like, oh, this is like your mom? Like,
right. And so, I mean, obviously their relationship, their business.
I mean, as most people do.
As most people do. No relationship is perfect.
Right.
Lexi said that they've been working on their relationship in recent years to like patch it up. I'm not gonna comment too much. Again, it's not my mom, not my relationship, but it did kind of seem, you know, like I hope it's not a case of, well, now because you're on TV, I'm here to support you.
Girl, I hope it's not. I hope she's not riding on the, you know, the success train. I
hope not.
We can only hope.
Yeah, and then Susie's mom was a little awkward too. But anyway, the girls who ended up winning, Sam Starr turned it out. Family resemblance down. Yeah, she wins the challenge. Yeah, and then the bottom two were actually Anya and Jules. They did a lip sync. They both turned it out. Jules was performing. Anya was giving camp. And it ended up being everybody stayed. Yes. So going into next week, we still have a top 5. I think there's still going to be a top 4, potentially top 3. We don't know because Rue said at least one girl is going home next week. Yeah. So we'll see what happens, guys.
But I'm really glad that they ended it where all the queens stayed because they're so deserving. Yeah. It's a great top 5.
It really is a good top 5.
Really solid top 5.
Right. Now, as I said, Lexi, unfortunately, is no longer my fave. But I still
new love for Jules, even more love for Jules.
Yeah, because she rose above among all the mess too. Jules did. Yeah. I still have Anya as my winner.
Sam Starr has come up for me. I like Sam a lot.
Honestly, for me, it's gonna be between Anya and Sam for who wins. Yeah, that's my bet.
I would have guessed that's my bet. The top 2 for real. When it comes down to it,
that's my bet. But yeah, guys, that's the recap of what's been going on with Drag Race. Yes. Without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Jordan to recap us on Bachelor.
The mess of Bachelor, y'all. I think when we last left, we thought possibly 1 to 2 episodes left because we were with the final 3 girls. Yeah. It was Zoe, Juliana, and Latia. Those are the final girls right before we wrapped on our last episode. And we were like, I think he's going to decide by the time we see you guys. And it ended up being, yes. So that last episode was last week. But right before that, they had the women's tell-all. And I will let you know, like, I've watched The Bachelor, like, on and off. I don't remember everything that, like, summarizes the end of the season. So I forgot they did the women's tell-all. Yeah. Girl, I'm just glad we got the righteous justice that was needed to put Carolina in her place.
They still should have gotten on her more.
They should have gotten on her more, but I'm glad the women were like, bitch, this is unacceptable. Like, you were unacceptable. Everything that you acted out was just like, I will say I was a little surprised by the fan reaction to Carolina.
People were cheering too much.
Why does she have fans? Like, y'all support this?
They also cheered her booze too. So
they did. So I was like, okay, but the women's tell-all, it was good.
She was still acting like a victim.
She was
Carolina
victim blaming. Girl, she literally left the stage crying because the girls were asking her questions and saying, like, why weren't you not accountable to your actions? Like, why are you acting like this? And then also being a mean girl simultaneously, but then also victimizing yourself. Like, you're doing all this shit. Why? Why? And she's like, oh my God, and cries and runs off the stage.
And then she came out when they were back on air during another girl's
session.
Was it during Dina's section? Was it during Dina's section?
During Dina's session. Yeah.
Like, girl, you could have waited and came out on a commercial, on whatever, when you collected yourself. Yeah. She walked out during another girl. So that was intentional.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. But I do, honestly, for me, I do really like Dina. I did like Dina in the season.
Yeah, me too.
I think she's like a baddie and,
educated,
successful, pretty, and she's not gonna, let somebody do some bullshit. Right. Yeah, like, so I like Dina a lot. Our girl, oh my gosh, Karrueche TM. Alex. So Alex had a little conversation with the host. I'm sorry, what's his fine ass's name? Jesse. Hi, Jesse. So when Alex was talking to Jesse, which was one of our favorites, honestly, one of our picks for who we thought was going to make it all the way in.
I was really shocked when
I was very shocked because she was like a forerunner, honestly, from the beginning. Like, I thought she was going to make it to the end. It ended up being that she wasn't chosen for the top top 3, which I was very surprised. Actually, top 4 because she didn't make it to the homegoing.
No.
So she started talking to Jesse. I would really love to see Alex be casted in Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Or some other. Maybe I would even nominate her for a good Bachelorette because she's charismatic. She's cute.
And she was a fan favorite.
She was a fan favorite, and I really feel like she could bring a lot more. And I want justice for her because I'm like, she deserves love. Like I liked her a lot on the show. So
I did too.
I would love to see her in Bachelors in Paradise. I would love to see Dina on Bachelors in Paradise.
Me too.
But as far as the women's tell-all, it left it at that. It didn't get to the final episode where they were deciding like who's who. And right after that was they're on their final vacation. There was 3 episodes. You said there was the tell-all. Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay, so they did the tell-all. Then they had the second to last episode, which is when all the women are with Grant going on vacation. He takes them to DR. Grant is actually half Dominican, which I was not aware of. I don't know if he said that earlier.
I wasn't aware.
He's half Dominican. Look, there's some history with Dominicans as far as
Dominican
men particularly.
What I'm going to say on the record for Hall Pass, fine. Let's move on.
So he takes them to DR and they meet his family. They also, actually, no, that was the last episode. They takes him to DR to do some activities for like their last date before he decides. So at that episode, he then reduces the girls down to just 2, at which that point Zoe is dropped, which we knew was going to happen. He hadn't been on a real one-on-one date with the girl, and then the one-on-one date he has, they're like silent the whole time.
We predicted the top 2.
It was so weird.
We predicted the top 2.
It was going to be Latia and Juliana, which
that was obvious.
Honestly, the other episode was kind of a fluff. Like we were like, okay, we already know who the second girl is going to be, and it ended up being exactly who we thought. No surprise there. Then the finale. The finale is always live, you guys. So it's live studio audience doing all the reactions. You're watching it along with the audience that's on set, and then you're also having like period like pauses during the show where like Jesse's talking to you about what's going on. He'll also pull up people who are either former cast members or previous bachelors, and he does some hints towards other things that are coming in the Bachelor too, to get their takes on everything that's going on. So we're watching it live, and y'all, I want to tell you, me and Dylan were literally like, oh my God, I literally don't know what's about to happen.
I was actually filled with anxiety.
Like I was like, oh my God, I actually don't know who he's going to pick, because I would say for the longest time, I could have swore Latia was going to be the winner. Like from the time the girl walked in, he was like, oh, you're so beautiful. You're so gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm falling for her. Latia.
It was a couple weeks where we had her pinned as the winner.
She had her. And he was always picking her first.
There was a shift though, because he always had a crush on Juliana. I feel like there was a shift slightly where I was like, but you know what? I could see it being Juliana.
Yeah.
I personally was like, I wouldn't be shocked if he picked Juliana.
I wouldn't be shocked, but it was such a,
it looked like it was going to be Latia though.
For me, I was like, it can't be Juliana because it would be a literal upset. Like, for him to have switched to Juliana at the last minute when he literally told Latia he loved her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, I love you. I see her as a wife. Top pick, every rose ceremony. Like, how?
Got the most dates.
But then I was like, but you know what? I also had that thought. Sag man.
Yeah.
Sagittarius man. He could. Like, he could.
And Latia
do
did
bullshit.
Say, I love you first.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I'm telling you, I watched recaps. He said it first.
I could have sworn she said, I love you after talking to her mom.
I sent you some TikToks too. He said it first. And he said, I'm falling in love with you. That was the initial. Then she had the conversation with the mom. Then at the ranch, after he met the family again,
she said, I love you.
He said, yeah, Latia, I love you. And then she said it back. He told her, no, girl. No. He said it first, then she said it. So after that point, I'm like, they saying I love you. Let's wrap it up. Like at this, who says I love you to someone and then doesn't want to pursue a future with them? Yeah. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah. But then again, we're earth signs, y'all. Like, it's a different field. So
it's above me.
It's above me. So towards the end, y'all, we're like on pins and needles. Like, we're like, literally, what the fuck is going to happen? Turns out he picks Juliana. I'm sorry. I'm still gagged.
People were shocked.
I'm shocked. I still think, okay, here's my take. Only because the man didn't make it a big thing until the end. He never brought up her religion, which I've seen people's takes a lot online. He never brought up that she was Mormon. He only brought up the concern when he went to go meet the family. He never brought it up again.
But I don't think he really deeped it until he went to go meet the family.
But why? But then the issue him bringing up was the timeline. And I really think Grant was not looking to dive right in and get married. I think Grant wants to find a good woman and or find someone he likes and date them and hope that leads to marriage.
Right.
Latia came in I'm ready for a ring. I want to get married. I want to have a family.
She had the shorter timeline.
Grant was like, oh, I'm trying to fuck around. And he was like, oh.
Or long engagement at the very least.
Right. Very long engagement, which I'm sorry, I don't think him and Juliana will last. That's neither here nor there. I just think he wanted to find someone unserious, how the last episode, him and Juliana finally were like, I love you, right? The day before he's got on one knee. That's not realistic to me. Personally, and I like Juliana, but I don't think Juliana was all in. I don't think Grant was all in. And I think Grant would be all in with Latia, but Latia is like, nigga, I'm on the clock. Get it together. And I don't think he was ready for that, to be honest.
My personal take, he liked both of them a lot.
Yeah.
I do think that it definitely looked like it was going to be Latia going into it. But I said I wouldn't be shocked if it was Juliana. Yeah. It ended up being Juliana.
Yeah.
I feel like it was more of it would have been less hiccups along the way, I think is how he saw it. If he went with Juliana over Latia, because Latia had the expedited timeline. I'm trying to get married. I'm trying to have kids soon, you know? And I don't think he was ready for all of that. Juliana was more, let's see how it goes type thing.
Oh, she's fun. You don't want to be serious. I'm not saying you can't have fun with your person. You should have a good time. You should enjoy them. But it was giving I don't want to be serious.
Yeah.
So, look, I wish them the best. Justice for my girl Latia. I want Latia to be the next Bachelorette. 100%. I would love Latia to be the next Bachelorette.
I could see it, 100%.
She's like a Disney princess in real life.
Yes.
I would love for her to be the next Bachelorette.
Fan favorite,
beautiful.
I could see it.
And she deserves a man. She deserves a man who's ready for her, and I would like to see her get that.
So. I really could. As next Bachelorette, 100%.
Yes. So, y'all, we've summarized The Bachelor. We've summarized RuPaul. We are going to both dive into...
White Lotus.
Girl.
Yo! Okay.
Now, y'all know...
The last one that we talked about, I want to say was... What was the last episode we talked about? I don't remember. When he was looking at her sideways. Uncle Rico.
Yes.
Gary.
Okay, y'all, because we realized the guy who plays Gary is also Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite is a staple in our household. So we were like, Uncle Rico?
Right.
It was a whole realization.
It made me, I hate his character on The White Lotus, but it made me
like
love him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been a lot of mess.
Yes.
We are all the way caught up. So the most recent one.
Spoiler alert, because we would be remiss to not talk about what the fuck we're about to talk about right now.
Should we just go through the groups of people and be what they're up to this point?
Yeah, let's do it.
So the family, obviously, the shit's going on with the dad. He gave up his phone and everything. But
shit is going down.
This also involves security guard Guy Talk.
Yes.
So after the whole robbery, head of security gives Guy Talk a gun and is like, okay, look, you need this for protection for, since the robbery and everything.
Yeah.
Here's his gun. Keep this. When what's her name comes, Lisa from Blackpink comes and it's like, oh yeah, I'm performing tonight.
Yeah.
Nigga gets distracted, walks off with his bitch, leaves the gun on the desk in the fucking in the security guard booth or whatever. Meanwhile, Daddy Ratcliffe is on the phone freaking out. Oh my gosh, my life is over.
Crisis spiraling,
dry heaving, about to throw up. Looks up and sees the gun. So he grabs the gun. He's about to kill himself. That's what it is.
We thinking he's gonna blow his head off.
Head off. Murder, suicide, something. He's gonna do something.
Right.
And then Guy Talk comes back and realizes the gun isn't there. That flows into the following episodes where Guy Talk is like, I need that gun. He confronts Daddy Ratcliffe. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the daughter is like, oh, I'm trying to, tells them I'm trying to move to Thailand and join this Buddhist temple for at least a year.
Right.
The mom is like, no, don't do that. While this all is happening, the brothers are trying to mac on French Canadian girlfriend.
French Canadian girl. That's girlfriend to Gary.
That's girlfriend to Gary.
Yes,
and the English
British
girl.
Right.
Yeah, that's girlfriend to what's his name?
What's him called?
Walton Goggins.
Yes, Walton Goggins.
Whatever his
character. The guy who's
is.
trying to kill the guy who killed his dad.
Yes. So yeah, they're trying to do all of that. So they go on a yacht party with those two girls. Walton Goggins is there for a cute second. Then he's like, actually, I need to go to Bangkok because I'm going to, confront this dude. The girlfriend's like, please don't go.
Yeah.
He goes to Bangkok. She stays at the resort on this yacht. The four of them, so that's French Canadian girlfriend, the English girl, and the two brothers are on this yacht party. They decide to go to this whole party.
It's
Thailand.
Like it was like some cultural party, full moon party,
something like that.
But they're doing it the white gentrified way. So they're on this big ass yacht partying it up, taking all kind of drugs, drinking. It's a mess.
Debauchery ensues.
Now, mind you, the older brother is very like lecherous. Like he's just like freaked out to the max. So his whole bait the whole time is trying to get his brother laid. Like he wants his brother to have sex with one of the girls. So he's trying to get him laid while simultaneously him trying to have sex too.
Right. And when they do this drug, the French Canadian girl gets it for them from like a local. And the older brother is like, oh, I don't want it. Like I don't do drugs.
Remember, he's trying to impress his dad all the fucking time. Right. Or be like him.
Right. But they've been drinking. Younger brother's like, fuck it, pops the pill.
And
he's mad. He's like, why would you do that? He's like, look, we're here in Thailand. We're partying. When are we going to do this next? Right. Do it. Everybody's like, do it. He does it. Do we get into the main tea with them?
Yeah. Again, spoilers, guys. We've already been giving spoilers if you haven't watched, but this is when shit goes left.
Spoiler alert / possible trigger alert. Possibly trigger alert. Yeah. Nasty sibling shit. Y'all pick up my drift, okay? Yeah. But I'm going to get into it, okay? So we see, this is the most recent episode that we've watched. He wakes up in the morning. Older brother wakes up in the morning. Looks over. Who's next to him? You can see his booty. He's naked. His younger brother. Immediately, we're like, what the fuck just happened? What's going on?
It's been giving incestual vibes the entire season.
We called it from first episode. We called it from first episode. There's a weird vibe between the siblings. Oh, mind you, mom and dad are with sister checking out the Buddhist temple.
Out their temple.
Or like talking about it, whatever, while this is going on.
Right.
So older brother's like, what the fuck happened? Little by little throughout the episode, we see bits and pieces of him, the like night having before.
Flashbacks.
Basically,
of the brother having flashbacks.
Of the brother having flashbacks.
The older brother having flashbacks.
Yes. Essentially, what happens? They have, relations amongst three people: the two brothers and the French Canadian.
Well, at first it was not four. You're right, because the girl. Because
the English girl.
Didn't do it.
The English girl said from jump, I'm not doing it because she's in love with her man. Yeah. She left, so it's just the brothers and French Canadian girl. They end up having relations amongst three people. Y'all can pick up my drift.
She hooks up with
both of them, but really mainly the younger brother.
Yes.
And it's like the older brother is laying off to the side. And at first, when he flashes back, he thinks he's handling himself, if y'all know what I mean.
You know what we mean by handling.
But then he flashes back again, and no, it turns out
realizes he wasn't handling it.
He wasn't handling himself. His brother was.
You guys.
And
that was literally him on the show. Like, throwing, gagging, crying, and throwing up. And then his brother is there like the whole time, and he can't look at this nigga in the eye. Like he's
How could you? How could you?
Y'all, you and your brother just jerked you off. Like, what do you mean?
His brother handled him. Yes. Let's be a little more. Yeah.
Why?
We're on YouTube.
We've cussed before.
I know, but that's a little. Anyway, look, y'all know.
You know,
his brother handled him. Okay.
His brother did things to him.
Yes.
And let's just say. The incest that we were predicting happened.
It happened.
Now, if we flash forward to the girl group, they had a night out. The girls are trying to get drunk. Mind you,
these are the older ladies.
The three girls, the three older women that are lifelong friends.
3 women, yeah.
Yeah. They have, of course, we've kind of touched on the actress one who's gonna like, she's the one that wants male attention, male approval. And she also is like trying to relive her younger years.
Is obsessed with aging.
She's obsessed with aging. Does not want to age. Got super offended that the hot guy at the resort was trying to send her to an older folks like barter or like happy hour or something.
Yeah.
She got so offended.
Meanwhile, her girlfriends were chilling there.
Her girlfriends were like, okay, girl, like we are almost near that. Right. Like, granted they were older, but they're damn near. Yeah. So she got offended, was like, no, I want a night out. So she has the fine resort guy take them out. They end up meeting some of his friends. So it's like 3 Russian dudes that live on the island and them, and they all go out for a night out. They end up getting super plastered, drunk, drinking, dancing, and they end up taking them all back to their resort.
Everybody besides the one with the short hair.
Everyone besides the one with the bob.
And I can't remember her name, but we'll put a picture.
Right, we'll put a picture up of the girls. Mind you, the girl with the bob and the actress are both married. The only single one is the lawyer.
Yeah.
There's only one single girl, so she's the only one that should be entertaining him. The girl with the bob was like, y'all, we should wrap it up. Let's call it a night. Actress was like, no. She was the one that wanted everything.
Right.
And the other girl, the lawyer, was like, yeah, I'm down with the shits because she's single and having fun.
Right. She was like, let's go back
She was like, let's go back to our place and have fun. They're in the pool. They're drinking more. They're playing games. The girl with the bob is on the side like, I guess.
Right.
Y'all have a great time.
Like,
she's
well,
like, you guys
here,
have fun. I'm just making sure everybody's safe.
Yeah.
Then lawyer girl takes her top off. She's like,
they're all like
fun.
skinny dipping.
They're all skinny dipping. She's having a great time.
Her and the guys, not the other two girls.
Yeah, not the other two girls. The actress is kind of like in the pool, but she's not doing all that.
Right.
The lawyer girl was turned up. Like, she was having fun. Nothing like sexual happened while they were in the pool, but she was turned up. Everybody was skinny dipping. She joined along with the men and was skinny dipping. The night wraps. Everyone kind of like says, okay, guys, good night. It was really fun. The boys invite them to watch, like, to come to some boxing match. And they were like, yeah, we're going to come and meet you guys up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So you think everybody goes to sleep. Mind you, the actress, I think maybe an episode back, she was trying to contact her husband. Her husband was not picking up her phone call.
He was like at a shoot.
He was like at a shoot or something.
Yeah, like
Mind you,
actor.
Her husband is so much younger than her, and it's like notably younger. So again, she is always dying for male validation, male attention. The girls go to sleep, and then all of a sudden, you see her open the door for the fine resort guy. Yeah. Now, mind you, she's been pushing that on her lawyer friend. She's been pushing this man the entire time.
But it always gave the vibe of she actually wanted him.
She wanted to like vicariously live through her and have her hook up with that guy. When really she wanted to hook up with him the whole time.
Yeah.
So she hooks up with the resort guy. The girl with the bob, friend with the lawyer girl, sees him leave her room the next day. And
no, not the lawyer girl. The girl with the bob.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the girl with the bob.
Even though the lawyer has a bob, but y'all know who.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm confusing the bobs. Everyone has bob, minus the actress. The serious girl with the bob who was married, she sees the guy leave actress's room late at night.
Or early in the morning.
Early in the morning. And she's like, oh shit, we know what happened. She tells lawyer girl, hey, guess what I saw? I saw the dude leave this. Oh my God. Like,
can you believe it?
More so being like, girl,
like
here she
messy,
goes. Like being messy. Like, oh girl, here she goes. Thinking she would be like, oh my God. She just is always
thinking
like this.
It was going to be a key.
Right.
Yeah.
Lawyer girl kind of gets pissed, which
reasonably so.
I was like, I would be too. Yeah. You've been pushing this man on me this entire time. And then you fuck him and you're married. And like, why didn't you just always have him? Like, why were you trying to make it seem like you wanted me to have him?
Right.
And then she alludes to that this is something this friend always does.
Always does.
And has always done, which gives that.
Yeah.
And I honestly believe her.
Yeah.
Like,
and she confronted the girl.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, I didn't. Why would you assume? And the girl was like, look, we're all grown. Like, if you did it, you did it. Like, what else do you think happened?
Right.
Like, we're not stupid. We know what happened.
What happened.
But if you want to deny it, go off.
Then
like,
she
go. Basically left it like that.
Yeah.
So there's like the tension there between the actress and the lawyer.
Right.
Everybody else, let's see. Kelly hooked up with Guy Talk.
Her name's not Kelly, but we remember her from Insecure as Kelly.
Belinda is her name on this show.
Yes.
Okay. Belinda hooks up, not with Guy Talk, excuse me. The
fine masseuse that she's been flirting with the whole season.
I can't think of his name, but they hooked up. I was so happy.
I was like,
yes. And then, like the next day, her son flew into town and like
who's
saw
also
them.
Very cute.
Who's cute? Mm-hmm. Who saw them? And he saw them in bed together, but was kind of like,
he was like, okay, mom,
and like walked off.
Should I give you some space?
Though. Right. But yeah, Gary is like trying to lure Belinda to his house as well as the brother, because the sister admitted, not the sister,
his girlfriend admitted
that they had hooked up.
He kind of forced it out.
He kind of forced it out of her. So that's all brewing right now.
Yeah.
On top of that, the parents went and visited the Buddhist temple with the younger girl, and the mom was like, "Okay, well, if you want to live here, like, you should stay overnight,
right,
and see how you like it. And if you like it after that, I'll let you go." So the younger brother agreed. Okay, I'll stay here overnight with you. At the same time, the dad talked to like the main Buddhist priest, and was like,
he kind of had like an
enlightenment moment. Yeah, he was like, wow.
But on two opposite sides of the coin, he was like, wow, maybe life is worth living, and then asked about death, and he was like, yes, death is something. The Buddhist guy was like, yeah, death is something we should be okay with and know that it's beautiful. And he was like, okay, maybe I should kill myself. Like
so it's still up
he's
in
still
the air.
Like, okay,
very much so. And also the wife alluded to, I'm at this point, I can't live an uncomfortable life. So said that to her husband. So now he's like,
should I kill? Should it be murder suicide? Like,
right, or what?
He's having flashes of what he should do.
Guy talk, got the gun back, so that's all cool.
Yeah.
And there's tension between the three women and the guy the Russian guy that's been
serving them. Yeah.
That is the basic rundown, I think, of everything up until this point.
Yes.
So it's getting to the point of White Lotus where everything is starting to bubble up to the surface, y'all.
It's getting to the point where you're like, okay, everybody could have shot a gun or wanted to kill someone at this point. So it's putting up in the air who is the one shooting that was in the first episode.
Yeah. There's a lot of possibilities.
It could be anyone at this point. Yeah.
So we're gonna see. We are tapped in.
Yes.
Can't wait to see what happens, but I'm also very scared.
Yes.
And that's y'all's overall review, recap everything.
Yes.
We're gonna obviously continue through with the shows that are still ongoing. So
with White Lotus and
White Lotus.
But there's a period in Bachelor. All the episodes are out. If y'all want to go tap in because of what we've been talking about and you haven't, it's all on streaming on Hulu. So please go watch. It's worth it.
That's our review. Yes. And we're going to get into the next segment like right after this.
Right now.
So yeah, faculty, go ahead and grab some lunch and meet us back here.
Get a coffee break, get a granola bar. We're going to come back and have something fresh for you guys.
Yeah. See you then.
Bye. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
We are back. Now, before we even get into this next session, let's backtrack to White Lotus that we forgot one of the characters that are critical to the season and didn't give a recap as to what they're doing. So Walter Goggins' character is in Bangkok. He is there to kill the guy who killed his dad, or so he thinks. When he gets there, he reconnects with an old friend. This old friend, we don't really know what he does, but as they seem shady. He seems shady in some way because why else would he be linking up with Walter, who is shady in his own way.
Mm-hmm.
Walton, sorry. So they reconnect. His friend has had some recent come to Jesus about his sexuality, along with the fact that he may want to become an Asian woman. You guys, the episode is crazy. Where he's talking about the friend is giving his backstory as to what he's been doing since he last saw him. It's wild as fuck. So if you want to watch that, please watch. But essentially, he gives a little backstory as far as a catch up. They reconnect. He gives Walton a gun and is like, I'm here for you with whatever you're trying to do. I got your back. So essentially, Walton is in Bangkok. He's trying to get to the guy who killed his dad via the partial owner of White Lotus, which is dude's wife. Mm-hmm. He has convinced her while in Bangkok that he has a producer that wants to make a movie with her. So she has invited, at this point, him and the friend who he's reconnected with into her home, who has her husband, which is the dude that he wants to kill, who's currently sick or he's in bed, sick,
in recovery.
Yeah. So that's all the catch up. Everybody, it's kind of like at the climax of the show, everyone's hit this peak as far as what's going on with their relative groups or the situations they're going through. So that's what we forgot. But now let's get back to this current session in which we're going to be talking about new and ongoing shows that we've been watching and shows that we've been watching and just want to tell you guys about.
Yeah.
So first we have Amazing Race. Now, if y'all know, we have been talking about Amazing Race and hinting around us wanting to be on Amazing Race for quite a minute now.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. CBS.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sponsor.
Cast. You're going to get that tape from us very soon.
Yes.
Okay. But yes, Amazing Race, we've been watching for a long time now. We are longtime fans and they are back now with their latest season. So I believe they are with the top 9 families at this point.
Top 9 teams.
Well, top 9 teams, duos, that are left. They've had about 4 episodes so far that are out on streaming. You guys, you can stream on Paramount. And they started in the U.S. They went from the U.S. to Hong Kong, from Hong Kong to Japan, and from Japan to Indonesia, with our last episode stayed.
To Thailand, then to Indonesia.
To Thailand to Indonesia, correct. And then, let's see. Yes, there were 9 families, and they are also bringing, Amazing Race has a lot of things that they pull up during the game. That are sometimes they're things from the past that they've used previously now, and then they'll create new twists and turns to be able to catch up with your opponents. So they're bringing things back. They're creating new plots towards the gameplay. And then a little bit of background for anyone who hasn't watched The Amazing Race. Essentially, it is a competitive reality show where They take 13 teams, 13 teams of 2. So they're duos, no matter how you're connected, whether this is your best friend, your sister, your mom, your dad, your coworker, your boyfriend, your husband. Wife, whatever. It's duos.
Yeah.
And they do a race around the world for $1 million. To get there, you have to compete against all these other duos and do it with completion of random culturally based activities via every location you get to. So you have to complete missions. Sometimes they're mental, sometimes they're physical, sometimes they're a combination of things you have to do with memory, with activity, with physical things. Yeah. It's a combination. It's great. We're obsessed and we're going to be on it. So make sure you tap in and figure out if you haven't watched. Go tap in so you know what it is. Yes. Because you may or may not see our faces on there very, very soon.
Wink, wink. Please.
We're making that audition tape.
Yeah.
We're making that audition tape.
Yeah.
Very in the very short and near future.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's Amazing Race. And Dylan's gonna take off with the next thing that we're looking forward to,
y'all, that we didn't even get a chance to talk to y'all about, and it's already over because Netflix put out the whole season.
Yeah,
but everybody's been talking about it, guys. None other than Temptation Island.
Mess.
Now, if you're like me, you've been tapped into Temptation Island since season 1. Okay, yes. It used to be a show that came out strictly on Peacock and the partner actual channel, which I think is NBC.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can watch all of the original Temptation Island seasons, which I think there's at least 5 of them on Peacock. Mm-hmm. The craziest one is the first season. Okay, I will say that. Yes. That one was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Netflix has taken over Temptation Island, gave it a revamp, which honestly it needed.
Yeah.
So I really liked what Netflix did with the show. It's pretty much all the same, but
it's got more of a budget.
It has more of a budget.
Has gone up.
That's the main thing.
For sure.
So basically what Temptation Island is, very similar almost to, I guess you could say, The Ultimatum, except put them on an island and add a lot more singles. So basically what it is, you have 4 couples all the time, man and a woman, 4 couples, and they're all at something is going on in their relationship, whether somebody wants a commitment and the other one doesn't, or maybe there's been infidelity in the past, whatever the case may be. They are on this island to see if they can be tempted by a group of 12 singles. There's going to be 12 single women and 12 single men. They separate.
Good looking, obviously.
Good looking. Everybody's good looking.
Everybody's good looking.
They separate the couples. So all of the women are in one house and all of the men are in the other house. And they put the corresponding opposite sex in the house with each group.
Right.
So basically it's a number of weeks. And they just kind of see, what happens when your partner is out of sight. And at the end, not at the end of every single day, but pretty much at the end of each week, they have what's called a bonfire when they all sit around and watch clips of, this is what your partner has been getting up to in the other house.
And they're on their resort.
On their resort.
On their side of the island.
Exactly. Right. And it's always, what's the worst thing your partner has done?
Right.
This is what they're going to show you, right?
Also, the bonfires, which they say, it's a snapshot. It's not always exactly, but it gives you a glimpse of what they're doing. Right. Obviously, sometimes editing can make things look like,
Right. Things can, they do leave room for interpretation when it's possible. So some things can be taken out of context, but a lot of the stuff they catch people doing, it is what it looks like.
If your partner did some shit, you're going to see it.
You're going to see it. You're going to see everything. Yeah. So this specific season on Netflix, we have 4 couples. I'm going to see if I can remember everybody's name offhand.
Okay.
Shantae and Breon were the black couple.
A mess,
y'all.
A fucking mess.
It was a mess. We have Tyler and Taylor. Wasn't it Tyler Taylor?
I think so, yeah.
I think I'm right.
Tay. I'm pretty sure that was the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Tyler and Taylor, which is a couple. One of the blonde girls is Taylor. Then we have Grant and Ashley. Oh, I'm doing good so far. Grant and Ashley, the other blonde girl. And then Lino, oh my God, what is her name? This is going to be the one I don't know. Lino, and she was so sweet too.
I can't think of her name.
I can't think of her name either.
Vanessa, but I don't know if that's right.
I don't remember your name, babe, but your picture's going to be here, okay? And I will write, this is her name, okay, guys? That's her. She was very sweet. Yeah. They were the only couple
that we saw that did last.
Well, spoiler alert, that last.
There's always spoilers, guys.
Well, I'm not going to say that did last because I'm just not going to say, because I want y'all to watch it if you haven't watched it. Yeah. But if you have watched it, there's been so much mess. Do we spoil it? Yes or no?
I mean, all the episodes are out.
It's been out for a while.
I say yeah.
Spoiler alert, guys. Okay. Lino and the girl, his girlfriend, now fiance, because he proposes at the end. They were the only one, the only couple who didn't have an instance of infidelity or temptation throughout the time being.
And the only couple that we kind of figured would make it. Like, it was giving, they loved each other. They just didn't know if they wanted commitment from each other. Right.
And they had been together the longest out of the couples.
Yes, because all the other couples were like a year, maybe a year and a half max.
They were like, this couple, Lino and his fiance, they were together for at least like 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Then the next closest couple was like maybe like 2 years. And then the other ones were like a year and a half and a year. So those ones I was like, y'all just break up. Yeah. But anyway, the other 3 couples, they had all had instances of infidelity to varying degrees, right? Like previous incidents.
Yeah.
And sure enough, with all 3, something else happened while they were in the villa. All the men did something.
Yes.
The worst of worst. Well, I'm gonna give it a tie. Y'all both win worst person on the show. Grant and Breon, both of y'all worst people on the show. Terrible people, cheat on their girlfriends. Breon actually
had a fucking threesome.
Yeah, he had relations with multiple people at the same time. And his girlfriend saw and was like, "No, I'm in denial."
And was like, "Well, I don't know what really happened."
How are we supposed to know?
With sounds,
with moans and clapping
and clapping sounds in the background,
like
and your man walking out the next morning
and going, "Yeah, I did that."
In a towel,
and
the other girl is butt naked.
So anyway,
she don't know what happened.
She got essentially gaslit into getting back with him at the end, but also she's dumb. Sorry, girl, if you're watching this.
They've also like gotten off of social media and like turned off their comments.
Not because literally like she looks stupid.
Although they did go live with Mark, the host.
Yes,
at some point,
and he was clocking them. He was clocking
it.
But my whole thing is too, like, she's like what, 28 and he's 25. So it was like, girl, I don't really understand her. She's not my tea. And that's just it.
Yeah.
And then the other girls both left. The other couples, they both broke up and left single. And then there was some stuff on the other end. I know that they recently had like an unofficial reunion on the Vile Files, which is another podcast. I have not tapped in yet. I've seen clips. Obviously Shantae and Breon declined to go on that because they don't want all the smoke, and it's like y'all had the most drama between your couple on the season next to Grant and Ashley. But that was Temptation Island, y'all. If you have not seen it, the whole thing is out on Netflix. It is worth a watch. Everything is out. It is messy.
Everything is out. Messy boots.
From the beginning to the end, it's mess. Okay?
I low-key wish they had a reunion, but
they should have had a reunion.
They should. Maybe they'll do that next
They'll
time.
do it for next season because Netflix is going to realize they fumbled their bag.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Temptation Island. I'm going to throw it back to you for the next topic.
Yes. Okay, guys. So brand new reality competition show on Netflix that I've had my eye on, and I was like, this looks good. And then Dillis, I was like, you know what? This might be really good. It is called The $1 Million Question.
Brand new show
on Netflix. It's very cool. If you've ever seen the show Traitors, it's giving traitors and it's non-celebrities. And if you've also seen this reality competition show on Netflix called The Mole, it's low-key almost giving The Mole, but different. So the $1 Million Question is essentially they have a cast of, I believe, 10 people, maybe more. Maybe 10 to 12 people.
Yeah.
Everyone comes from all different walks of life. They meet at this large mansion. I don't really know where they are. They look somewhere in the US. It might be like a Colorado. It look very mountainous.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Pretty. I'm not sure exactly where they are, but they meet at this large house where all these people, and everybody comes in knowing that there's going to be someone in the group that is randomly assigned in $1 million briefcase. Everybody comes in and they picks an animal that they closely like relate to or they want to associate, their name with. They pick an owl, or they pick an owl. That an owl was one of the animals. They pick an animal that they are going to stay in the room and have like their name be associated with this animal.
The animal corresponds with the room.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they go and their case and the briefcase that they have.
Yeah.
So they go to the room that they're assigned and they open each of the briefcases that are in the room. They know that someone will randomly be assigned $1 million throughout the entire show. That person is the secret millionaire. The secret millionaire's goal is to go through the entire show without allowing other people to perceive or figure out that they are the millionaire.
Yeah.
Because if other people figure out the millionaire and guess it and see that you have it, you get voted off.
Yeah.
and now you don't have a chance at winning the $1 million.
Right. If you make it to the end with the million, you get
if you make it to the end with $1 million case, you get the $1 million. So that's the difference between this and traders. Traders, they split, like everybody who's a loyalist gets to split the case, where this is only one person can win the case, and it's the person who makes it to the end with the $1 million. If you get voted off, you don't have a chance to win it. So you go through, as a secret millionaire, they go through the show trying to convince folks that they don't have it in their ways. They either try to lie their way, they make connections, there's challenges and secret missions that the millionaire can do to better their chances of keeping the $1 million case. However, of course, everybody else is trying to figure out who the millionaire is and vote that person out just to better their chances. It's so good, guys. If you like those shows where it's strategy based, if you like drama as far as like, like who's lying to who's loyal to who, what friends are connecting, what people are having like random, whatever connections that are getting them through the race. If you like shows like, Survivor and Traders and all that and Big Brother, like this is something that you would like. And we recommend it.
We do.
I think it's only 3 episodes out.
Only 3 episodes are out. So the first batch.
The first batch is out. The next batch comes out in this coming week. So hop on the tail, guys. If you are down, we're going to be watching it, and we will be keeping you updated.
It's really good so far, guys.
I really like it.
I really do recommend. It's a good show.
I recommend. So now I'm going to bounce it back to Dill, and she's going to be talking to y'all about Real Housewives.
Guys, the long-awaited Real Housewives of Atlanta season. Okay, as y'all may know, if you're up to Housewives, specifically Atlanta T, there's basically like a gutting of the last cast. At least the last thing we heard. And there's bringing back previous cast members, right? So real quick, I'm just going to shoot off who's in the cast up to this episode. I think there's only, to my knowledge, 2 episodes out. I've watched the first 2. There might be a third one out by this time. I don't know. But the cast members, as of right now, who we've seen, Portia is back. Very happy about that.
Love Portia.
Drew, who's been on the past couple of seasons, is still there.
Okay,
I don't like Drew. She's annoying in my opinion.
Yeah.
4 new people. Actually, I'm just gonna say 3 new people because Shamia, Portia's best friend, is officially a housewife.
Yes, and I've been waiting for her to really be like on the cast.
Me too.
I liked her.
I've always really liked her.
I've always liked her.
And she seems like a sweet girl now that she's a housewife. I do like her so far. And then the 3 new girls that we have, Britt Edie, Kelly Farrell, I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm saying the right girl. And Angela Oakley. And then you have Kenya and Cynthia Bailey, who come on as like, side characters. Bouncing out. They're not official housewives. Phaedra is supposed to be a housewife on the season. She is in the posters, but we have not seen her in the episodes.
She's been in Married to Medicine so far.
Yeah, but she's
most recently.
She has her peach back. Like she's coming back. She's
coming back. Yeah.
But she hasn't been on at least the first 2 episodes. Hopefully we see her soon. Yeah. I'm anxious to see how the Portia Phaedra reunion is going to be.
I don't know.
It's
going to be drama.
But I'm looking forward to it. So they're waiting to bring Phaedra back, but she's coming. Obviously would love to have my queen Nene Leakes on there. She's not on there, girl, I'm gonna hope you're on there soon.
But they are saying Nene might be on Traders.
They're saying she might be on the next season of Traders.
And they're also saying Stephanie Pollard.
Yeah, they're saying the New York.
I cannot. I've been waiting.
I will be tuned in.
I
will be sat if they're on there, guys. But so there are 3 episodes out so far of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 16. Also, I need to tap into the 3rd episode, but so far, I don't know yet. You have the new girls trying to establish where they're at. So we're getting, it's a lot of new housewives this season. So they're laying out their storylines. We're catching up with Portia. Obviously, she's going through a very public divorce from her ex-husband, Simon. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name, so I'm not going to try to. But yeah, so it's all a catch up. So far, so good with the seasons. Yeah. Episodes. We'll see what happens down the line. Obviously, there's going to be mess down the line, not only with these new girls, what somebody's already trying Portia.
Right.
But when Phaedra comes in, I know there's a lot.
I know it's gonna be mess.
And I know the Housewives have a very loyal following. I personally am the most tapped into Atlanta. Sometimes Potomac, sometimes Salt Lake. But we're and Dubai. I like Dubai
and
too.
Dubai. Yeah, I like Dubai.
But we're gonna get into Atlanta, y'all. So look forward to that.
We will be watching Atlanta.
Look forward to a more in-depth dive
for sure
on a future episode. But it's coming, okay? Yes. But we're just we're going through it. The faculty needs to know what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, we just want to know what we're planning out for the rest of the year for y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ping pong it back to you for our next
Netflix
show. Actually.
Yeah. So, guys, there is a new Netflix show by the Shonda Rhimes. Another Shondaland original, you guys.
Yes.
And it's called The Residents. It is so good. Like, nothing like I've seen come from Shonda before. I don't want to spoil too much for y'all, also because it just came out, and also primarily for her because I've been like, girl, watch the show. And she's like, okay. She hasn't watched it yet.
Something else. I've been deep into anime these days.
She has
I've been watching my anime.
She has been, but like I've been trying to get her to watch it. I don't want to spoil it too much because I know she has intentions of watching it. So without giving away too much, if you are a fan of murder mysteries, if you are a fan of a whodunit, if you are a fan of just being like, girl, I don't know what's like where this show is going. I thought I knew. Now I'm not sure. And it's also a bit of a comedy. Like it's like a comedy thriller, whodunit. It's cool. And the very outstanding cast, very well written. I like how all the characters are made up. It's just really cool. But it's essentially a whodunit. Somebody dies in the White House. One of the staff members dies in the White House on a night of a big event. We're not going to say what actor, who, like how that happened.
That's
but
not what I was going to say.
Oh.
No, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Y'all might pick up what I'm putting down. Anyway, let's move on.
But essentially someone died in the White House on a big night. They're trying to, a detective comes in who is, I can't think of the actress's name, but it's Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
I can never think of her name.
Oh my gosh.
Uzo.
We're going to enter her picture. And I'm so sorry, girl, because I love you down.
Last name.
But she is so good, you guys. Like this role was made for her. She comes in as a detective that's trying to solve the crime. And she's like this world-renowned detective that has like, is known for solving unsolvable cases. She's hired on to solve this case. And it's about how it happened, who all is involved, and how they get to solve the question of who killed this staff person. It's amazing. It's only 8 episodes. I'm praying that this is something they keep on and continue more seasons.
Yeah.
Because it's so good.
It's fully released.
It's fully released. You can binge watch if you want to. All of the episodes are out. But it's only 8 episodes. And yes, please watch. I'm forcing her to watch. So I'm gonna tell y'all to watch too. And then I'm gonna bounce back to Dill because I know she has one of her recs that I haven't watched yet either.
So I'm not gonna spoil everything, but I'm gonna give overarching. Yeah. But I'm just gonna say what you would be able to see from the trailer of the show. This has been the top 10 of Netflix since its release, newly released like within like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. Real quick, The Residents is also top 10. I think it's like number 2 right now.
It like just came out.
Yeah, and it just came out.
So the show I'm talking about is called Adolescence. Okay, It's a limited series from Netflix, so it's only 4 episodes and that's it. But it is such a powerful drama. Not true crime, but crime series. Takes place in England, but it's just very like impactful and dramatic, and it's really, really good, guys. It centers around this young boy who is arrested, like literally like the police kick down the door of his house and go arrest this 13-year-old boy from his room under suspicion of murder of a peer of his, a 13-year-old girl. Oh, shit. And basically, it all plays out. It might be the type of show that they film all in one take. I don't know that for sure, but that's the vibe that it gave.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it follows detectives as well as the child's family, the children that were peers of both this boy and the girl who ends up being killed. And it's like a commentary on like incel culture and young kids and the influence that the internet has and bullying today. And it's a crazy show, but it's really, really good, guys. I highly recommend. There's only 4 episodes. Each episode is like an hour-ish long. And like I said, it's a limited series that Netflix put out, 4 episodes, and that's it. Really, 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 really good. My parents sat and watched it with me because they were like, "Oh, this is crazy."
Yeah,
it's a really, really, really good show.
I think I was gone that day, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but I recommend you have to watch it. And if y'all are into that type of thing, highly recommend it. I love a crime
show, so
yes, no, you're gonna be if you're gonna watch the first episode and be like, "Oh, I'm in." Girl. Yeah, it's really, really, really good. So
I would say similarly, The Residents the same way. So like, when we come back, we'll give our synopsis of how we felt about the show.
Yes.
I'm sure.
So guys, Adolescence out on Netflix now.
Yes.
And then we'll wrap up this period or this segment with a movie review. We recently went to go see this past Tuesday for Movie Tuesday at AMC. Sponsor us. We went and saw Opus, the new A24.
It is A24.
The new A24 movie starring Iowa Debris,
We love you.
We love Ayo.
I love Ayo. She gives me Black Julia Roberts. Like her persona to me. Like how she comes off. Yeah. Like the way she dresses.
I like Ayo more than I like Julia Roberts.
No, but not like comparing like acting, but just like who she, like I remember young Julia Roberts, like how she looked and like how she acted and stuff. She gives me like a black version of her.
I can see that. Yeah.
Smart.
But
I was thinking about it.
But it was it's basically, I mean, A24, it's either gonna give drama or it's gonna give like mindfuck in some type of way, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's on the mindfuck side, but it's more of like a dark comedy horror. Is the best way I would describe it. Basically, it follows Ayo Edebiri's character, who is a new journalist, a young journalist, and she gets a special invitation to this comeback of like this star that hasn't been heard of or heard from or seen in like 30 years.
Yeah, like they definitely took the idea of this singer from like an Elton John-esque performer.
Very theatrical. Yes, and also like very huge because everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, he's coming back."
The long-awaited kind of return of this guy.
This is a non-spoiler recap.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gets invited to like the new album debut listening party from this artist
with her boss,
who was like the head, I guess, of this newspaper or publication she works for. So guys, they go and he's like on this compound. Basically, it's clear from the beginning that this place is a cult and all different types of things end up going down. She's invited her boss as well as like 5 or 4 other people.
5 other celebrities of some sort, like an influencer. One is like a talk show host and someone else is like some they all have their spectrum of like how they're known in the music space or in fame, or there's some kind of celebrity or around that arena.
Some type of something. Yeah. Right? So yeah, a bunch of crazy things unfold.
Yes.
While they're there. I'm not going to say anything more than that.
I don't want to say anything more because it just came out recently.
Yeah,
it's been doing great in the box office. If you are a fan of horror, if you're a fan of a thriller, if you're a fan of like, you know, one of those creepy, like, what the hell did I just watch? Something that kind of sticks with you and makes you think about. And you leave the theater thinking about like, what in the world? It's one of those types of movies, which is why we love A24 and like we look forward to every one of their horrors because nothing is like the next one, and which isn't anything like the former one. So I always look forward to their horrors. It's well worth the watch. We recommend it.
Yes. So go see that.
Go see that as soon as you can.
As soon as you can. And that's the end of our new ongoing segment, guys.
Yeah.
We only have one thing to talk about before we wrap up this long faculty day. Nobody wants to be here on the weekend.
Girl, no one wants to be here on a Saturday. So we're going to wrap this up so we can go home.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So yeah, see y'all in the meeting wrap up.
Yes. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. So we're ending the meeting on a high note.
Yes.
The reason why we had to call this meeting in the first place is because so many things are about to come out. Y'all know how it works. Springtime, summertime, there is a flood of releases.
The new shit is coming.
Bunch of new shows coming out, or new seasons of shows, as well as new movies. A lot of stuff is coming out like in the next week. By the time it hits April, a lot of things are coming out. So we're just gonna name like a couple things that we personally are really looking forward to.
Yes.
As like a little, cute way, little cherry on top of the meeting.
To like what to expect in the future.
Light on the horizon, guys. We're very excited.
Things to look forward to. Things to, so you live the next day. Like things to live on for.
No, guys, please don't do anything yet. There's good shows coming out, okay? We're about to get fed. Okay, so the first of those, for me at least, is going to be, I know for Jordan too, is going to be Love on the Spectrum US season 3. Guys,
I love this show.
It's such a this is a feel good show, guys, that we love. So, for those of you who don't know anything about Love on the Spectrum is originally a New Zealand or Australian show. I think I want to say from New Zealand.
It might be.
I'm pretty sure it's New Zealand.
It's from down under.
From Oceania. I'm pretty sure New Zealand.
It's from down there.
And it follows and obviously the one that we're talking about is the US edition of it. It follows adults who are on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum, to varying degrees, but most of them, are pretty independent, not living by themselves for the most part.
Or varying independence.
Varying independence, who are dipping their toes into dating and, finding love. And it's such a feel-good show, guys. You get to know each contestant, not contestant, but, Each person who takes part in this show. There's a lot of returning characters.
Yes.
Which I'm looking forward to seeing all of you guys.
All of our faves from last season are coming.
All of our faves are coming back.
Yes.
So
along with new people.
Along with new people who we're excited to meet.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. Again, guys, it's such a feel-good show.
Such a sweet show.
Such a sweet show. If you've never seen it, like I said, there is Love on the Spectrum US and original Love on the Spectrum, which is from New Zealand. Both of those are on Netflix. You can go watch them right now if you want to. Yeah. But the new season, honestly,
I think it comes out next week.
I think it comes out April 2nd. By the time we put this episode out, it might be out.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. I know Jordan's looking forward to that.
We've been literally waiting for it.
Literally waiting. Yeah. So if you have not seen Love on the Spectrum, guys, please go watch it.
Yes.
And definitely tap into the new season with us. We will definitely be talking about it. I'm really excited for it.
Me too. Yeah. I love Love on the Spectrum. It's to get away from all like the messy like drama and all the terrible, like it's such a heartwarming show. Which
you need a feel good show.
You need to feel good. Like honestly, after going to see a horror and you're like, oh my God, how I'm going to sleep? Turn on Love on the Spectrum.
You'll feel good. Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of leads into the next show that we are, oh my God, we've been like, when we first saw the first season, we were like, please make another season of this. It's too good to just leave off on this
Mess
note.
off the bat, guys.
Mess out the gate. Guys, they are bringing back season 2 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
So good.
If y'all have watched the first season and know what I'm talking about, then I'm sure you've been waiting right along with us. It comes on Hulu.
Yes.
And it started off as like it's a reality show, but it's also like talking about the lives of this group of women who got super big on TikTok. If you are a TikTok user, if you've been on TikTok, you might have seen the women we're talking about. They essentially were the founding members of Mom Talk. Yeah. The trend of mom influencers. Most of them, they started out from Salt Lake City, Utah. Most of these moms that started Mom Talk are Mormons. Yes. So, they are very religious. They have a lot of like high Christian and family values that make things, very cut and dry within their like religious practices. Yeah. So that's on the back burner of a lot of the things that kind of made the drama what the drama is, because the founder of Mom Talk ended up like going off the deep end. Like this girl was like, what is she? They said she was like in like sex cults and like she was doing
not sex cults, but she was like a swinger.
She was like a swinger, which is like forbidden. Like you're not supposed to be doing things like this as a practicing Mormon.
Think of it very much adjacent to like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Mormons. Like they're not like correct. Mormon faithfuls, but they're Mormon.
But they're Mormon, I mean? Right?
We're talking about Mormons a lot.
But some of these girls, there's a lot of Mormons. We've been talking about a lot of Mormon propaganda. What are y'all trying to do? TV.
Hold on. Okay, so let's get.
What are y'all trying to do?
It's not working. I'm not joining. Okay.
No,
I won't do it.
The answer is no. Okay. But it follows the lives of this group of women who started Mom Talk and all the inner drama between their circle amongst friends, as well as like kind of going back to like the precipice of the drama, which was this woman. I can't think of her name. But she was the originator of Mom Talk, and some of the girls like her and still want her to still be a part of the center of this, and some girls were trying to get her out. Yes. Like because of all the things that she did that have come out behind the scenes that she was a part of, swinging, drinking, doing all some
living her life,
living life, truly just living life. Fullest, but that's not okay for what the religion that they're a part of.
Right.
So they're bringing back season 2. If you watch the first season, you know why we're hyped, because it's like, damn, y'all are doing all kinds of crazy shit. It's so much mess. And if you live for mess, like we live for mess, you're going to want to tap in.
It's worth it, guys. It's worth the watch.
It's worth
I don't think the season comes out till later April.
I don't think so. But it comes out next month.
It comes out next month. Yes. But if you have not seen it, you have time to go back and watch the first season.
You have plenty of time to go watch the next season. You're going to need to watch
the first season before you watch the second,
for sure.
I would say.
For sure. So, yes. Go watch the last season if you haven't. And if you already have, I know you're waiting along with us. We can't wait to talk about it.
We're going to be covering it.
We're covering it for sure.
Rest assured. Okay.
And then I am going to bounce it back to Dylan to talk about our next fave that we've been like, God, when is the next season coming?
Guys, this is, in my opinion, my favorite ever Netflix original series.
I agree.
None other than the top fucking Netflix series, as I said, Black Mirror.
Oh,
new season.
God.
Honestly, there might be a new season there. No, not by the time this comes out, but definitely by the next time we record. The new season of Black Mirror will be out, guys. I'm so looking forward to it. I watched the trailer for the new season. Honestly, a star-studded cast this upcoming season.
I don't think I saw the trailer yet.
Issa Rae.
Issa.
Yeah, Issa Rae. Oh my God, why am I blanking on everybody else?
Because
Issa Rae is definitely in it.
Because we love Issa.
Issa Rae. Oh, the girl that played, what's her name? Sophia in The Penguin. She's in this.
Oh shit, I like her a lot. She's a good actress.
She's a great actress.
Yeah, she's really good.
And a lot of other famous people that I just completely blanked on right now.
Yeah.
But they are in this upcoming season of Black Mirror. It looks like it's going to be super interesting. Black Mirror is always interesting.
Black Mirror is always good.
I really enjoyed the last season of Black Mirror too.
Me too. I enjoy every season almost.
I enjoy every season, really.
Yeah.
But this is a star-studded season. You know, Black Mirror, which I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I am looking forward to seeing some of these actors, but you know, Black Mirror is one of those shows that's known for, you know, finding people.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I hope they stick true to that. Nothing wrong with getting established celebrities, but you know, I don't want them to lose sight.
I do like the fact that they do bring people to like new.
I love that
new
fact, you know?
Actors and actresses to the forefront.
They had Daniel Kaluuya on Black Mirror before he was
out. So like,
let's not stray away from that Black Mirror. But I am still really looking forward to this season.
Me too.
Rashida Jones is also on this season.
Cool. I like Rashida Jones.
There's a lot of different celebs, like celebs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with this season, as always.
Yes.
And we will definitely be covering that. And I'm gonna pass it back to Jordan for our one of our faves, one of our favorite shows that we've been binging recently.
Yes. Oh my God, guys. So me and Dylan have been super fans of the show Bar Rescue. If you know anything about Bar Rescue, then you already know what we're talking about. You know what we're looking forward to. I personally am also a big fave of not only Food Network, but also HGTV. And this is like a combo. Like it's like a 2-for-1 where you're getting someone who fixes a bar under duress.
Very adjacent to Kitchen Nightmares.
Kitchen Nightmares, if you've seen it with Gordon Ramsay. If you're part of the Gordon Ramsay universe, then you're my bestie, just so you know.
Yes.
Both of our besties because we love
you
Gordon.
You can sit with us.
Yes.
But love you, Gordon.
If you are familiar with Kitchen Nightmares, then you're probably familiar with Bar Rescue. It's essentially a culinary expert, well, a bar and restaurant expert. John Tafer comes in and fixes a bar that is pretty much on the brink of bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Like they're going into bankruptcy. They're going to foreclose. They're not going to be able to have this bar anymore for various reasons.
Yes.
Whether or not the bar is like, you know, being mismanaged, whether or not it's like the actual building itself is not good, whether it's the food and the drinks that aren't good, or a combination of all those things. The bar is in desperate need of help. They call in John Tafer to help them. The real allure for this show is John Tafer himself.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you guys have to understand that I'm also I still love Gordon Ramsay, but I love Gordon Ramsay from his premiere on Hell's Kitchen, like back when I was like a child, and I'm like, who is this man yelling and calling people donuts, like, and throwing shit against the wall?
Fucking donkey.
It's raw.
It's raw.
Like, it's very people that keep it a fucking buck. When you suck, like, you suck, and they're holding everyone accountable and telling them like the shit you're doing is unacceptable. That's why you're failing.
John takes it to the next level.
John Tafer, though, like I will say the difference between Gordon and John Tafer. Gordon has become a lot nicer over the years.
For sure.
I think his kids have calmed him and made him a lot more nice and like a little bit easier going when it comes to talking to people. John Tafer don't give a fuck. Like he will tell you there's roaches in your kitchen in front of a whole room of people and guests that are at your bar. Like he'll bring the shit out and be like, this is what they're feeding you in front of everyone. So John Tafer keeps it fucking raw. He is hilarious as him. He's just a hilarious person. Without trying to be like, he's dead fucking serious. He's just hilarious. But is also knows all his shit and gets these bars together to the best of his ability. It's just a funny, entertaining, good, like this is actually like they've severely improved these shows. It's a good watch. And me and Dylan have been like binge watching it on and off since we discovered it one day on Paramount. It's Paramount, right?
Yeah.
So if you are into that type of show, similar to Kitchen Nightmares, or if you like a Food Network / HGTV type of show, and you also like a character that gets to the nitty gritty with all the people that they come across, you will love Bar Rescue. That comes on Paramount, and their new season I think started already, and it's about to start. Or it's about to start, and they have new episodes coming out every weekend, I believe. So guys, tap into Bar Rescue. And do we have another show that we are going to talk about?
No, that's it. We're not going to hold you any longer than we have to on this Saturday.
No, okay. I think we have covered all the upcoming shows that we are looking forward to, that we're going to be watching. We've reviewed. We've talked about closing shows that we have been talking about and touched base on. So now we are going to exit with our outro that we always do, that y'all look forward to every time, you guys.
Thank you for coming and tuning in,
Thank you for watching us. Please do not forget to follow us on our social media. We're going to get into that. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok at hallpass.pod. Again, that is hallpass.pod. Don't also forget to follow us on YouTube and X/Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. And our Blue Sky, you can follow us at Hall Pass Pod. That's all one word. Again, Hall Pass Pod. Also, all of the links to our social media will be on our bio. If you forget, just hit the button and click down. You can find it. Mm-hmm. And don't forget, you can stream us everywhere. You can stream us on Spotify. You can stream us on Apple Podcasts. You can stream us on YouTube and YouTube Music. You can stream us on Amazon Music. And don't forget, y'all, we are a visual podcast. So anytime you see this and you hear our voices, know that every other week we are coming out with visual episodes. So please make sure you go watch us on Spotify and YouTube.
Yeah, guys.
And that's it, you guys.
That's it. Okay.
Y'all.
Next time you see us, you will have homework. It will be a regular
scheduled
school day. Okay.
Yes. We'll have assignments. It'll be a regular scheduled school day.
It's been a long day, guys. All right.
You'll have class, you'll have homework, and you'll get to see your lovely teachers yet again.
Well, you'll hear us.
You'll hear us.
You won't see us. You'll hear us, though. Okay.
But you'll see us very soon.
It won't be as long next time, guys. I promise we will take our vitamin C.
Yes, we're going to take our vitamins.
Again, y'all. Springtime, what can you do?
Mask up.
What can you do? Not really, though.
Mask up, guys. For real.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. We love ya. We'll
see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.